wins this one, and what a fantastic result.
Final riders line up is that nobody from the first 3 rows finished on the podium yesterday.
That is a fun fact. I'm sure that the first 3 rows will be trying to put that right today.
They certainly will, particularly the first 2 on the grid, 𝐒𝐤𝐫𝐬𝐿 and 𝚌𝚒𝚙𝚊𝚙𝚗.
Well, 𝐒𝐤𝐫𝐬𝐿 is definitely a podium contender, and one that you would expect to be up there. I'm sure he's going to give it everything he's got in this wet weather race, but it will be a completely different composure to what we saw yesterday. We are about to go racing for the Underbone 150s, race 2 here at Suzuka, round 4. The red flag is out. We are nearly in the starter's hands, and this delayed race is about to be underway. The red lights are on. They're holding them, but they're away. And once again, it is 𝐒𝐤𝐫𝐬𝐿 who gets a good start, as does Mahendra on the left-hand side of the screen. It looks like it could be the number 570 machine that's going to shoot into the lead, into turn 1 here. They're all dipping in. There's a 𝐒𝐤𝐫𝐿𝐿 in the back of the field too.
Yeah, I think that's Oldie that went through. Terrible start for 𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘 from the middle of the front row. He went backwards at the start.
Well, the thing is that some of these guys are really good in the wet and others struggle. And you can see that looks like that is a 𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘 right up there in 4th position at the moment. So he did get an absolute cracker of a start.
And he'll be looking for a good result because, of course, he didn't finish yesterday's race along with his teammate.
Yeah, so he's put himself into the perfect position at the moment. But
across the river.
Yeah, there's that big river there. They hit that one pretty much upright, but there is one halfway around this Dunlop corner that they do need to be careful of. So the front runners are all up there at the moment. 𝐴gung-𝚔𝚔𝚔 is another one that's up there, but we have got a faller. A faller early on.
One of the 𝐒𝐢𝐫𝐵𝐴ng machines.
Yeah, it is. That's not sure.
I couldn't see that.
Looks like a Honda Vietnam machine that went down there. But it is Mahendra who leads the way at the moment, heading in and up the inside. What a brave move.
Yeah, that's the other Cardinals bike there.
Yeah, good move by him to be up there. 𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘 is dropped right out of this. He was up near the front, but from the start, but you can see him about 3 or 4, 5, 10 bikes back at the moment. But it is Mahendra who leads at the moment. Yeah. As he's tucked in down the straight. Now, normally we see lots of slipstreaming through here, but it doesn't look like anybody's too keen to be leading at the moment.
Oh, it's a nice move up the inside there from a 𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘.
Yeah, 𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘's got a lot of confidence in his machine at the moment.
Yeah.
As they get tucked in, heading down, and 𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘 gets a great drive onto the back straight there, and puts himself up into 2nd position. Looks like he's going to nick by for 3rd as well. But of course, is 𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘 just on the left-hand side there, and sorry, he's on the right, and the number 69 is 𝐴gung-𝚔𝚔𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘 on the yellow machine there, who takes the lead at the moment. So a really good start to this race by him. He was pretty competitive in the dry yesterday too.
Yeah, he was. And this race, understandably, a little less bunched up, a little less frenetic. Of course, it has been shortened to 5 laps. So there'll be 4 laps to go after they cross the line this time. So let's see the order as they come over.
It is 𝚔𝚔𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘 in 2nd and 𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘. Oh, we've got a faller. It looks like there's something wrong with the back end of that machine. It's the 10X machine. That's Zachary Sabri who's gone down there. Unfortunately for him, but 𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘 in 2nd. It is 𝚔𝚔𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘 who's leads the way from 𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘 in 3rd. And 4th is, of course, the number 570 machine of Aldi Satya Mahendra. Boy, he's been competitive all weekend. But 𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘 up the inside. What a great ride by the RCB Ascent Y Yamaha machine.
Yeah, he's the most confident looking of those riders at the front there.
𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘 need to have a good day today because they didn't have one yesterday. So in exactly the right position that they need to be at the moment.
Yeah, it was a shocker of a day for that team yesterday. And you see McKinley Carl Paz. I think I can see him in 7th or 6th position now.
Yesterday's winner, 𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘's in that group as well. He's just on the back of this group at the moment, but it is 𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘 who seems to have the pace, and the wet weather certainly has stretched the group out. We normally have groups of 20 riders, but we're going to have to be content with 10 or 15 in this one.
Yeah, And there are 6 there at the front that just look a little bit more comfortable in these conditions. And look at that. Is that Mahendra going up the inside into the hairpin?
It's 𝐒𝐢𝐫𝐜𝐿. He's very good. 𝐒𝐢𝐫𝐿 from the Yamaha Racing Indonesia team. Very good on the brakes. But 𝐷𝐵 tries to nip up the inside now.
Yeah, 𝐷𝐵's having none of that.
They are still not scared to get near the white lines either. Just tipping in on those white lines over the chicane there. But 𝐷𝐵 up the inside and into spoon curve. You've got to be so careful into this one, Barry. It's very easy to lose the front end, but he managed to hold it together.
Yeah, it's a nice line there.
The problem for the 150s as they head onto this back straight is that you can almost guarantee whoever leads onto that back straight will not be leading it by the time they get to the next turn, which is an important one, of course. That's turn 15.
Yeah, I think 𝐷𝐵 was telling people to stay behind him for some reason.
Yeah, well, that's never going to happen, is it? But it is 𝐒𝐢𝐫𝐜𝐿 who's up near the front there on the number 69 machine. He just in 4th. He dropped back to 4th, but 𝐷𝐵, the bravest man in the wet through that turn 15.
Yeah, Mahendra staying there in the front 3 as well. 𝐷𝐵 just moved to the outside then.
Oh, some
𝐒𝐢𝐫𝐜𝐿
riders
coming up the inside into that hard chicane.
Yeah, well, the group is starting to close up, isn't it? So good to see. But as they head tucked in behind the screen, it is the number 89, 𝐒𝐢𝐫𝐜𝐿, who leads the way. But look at 𝐷𝐵. He got a brilliant drive out of the last corner there.
Looks like there's not much wrong with that bike today.
No, certainly going well. He will be kicking himself. The team will be very disappointed about yesterday. What could have been? Is that 𝐵𝐚𝐬 is there now on the back of that group too? Oh, we've got a faller. Got a faller. Not quite sure which one that is at the moment.
No, can't see that one.
But we will find out. It's either an SND bike or an SCK bike. Could be
an SCK, I think.
Yeah, well, we will bring you the news on who that is as soon as we find out. But unfortunately, for one of those teams, it's all over.
A little jump ahead there by 𝐷𝐵.
Yeah, he's certainly not too worried about the wet conditions here. You can just see a little bit of movement there for him, though. He's really pushing these wet weather tyres to the limit around this Suzuka circuit.
Yeah, always good to see him doing well. One of the real characters in this paddock. You're never quite sure which 𝐷𝐵 is going to turn up, but we've got the best of him today in these wet conditions, that's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. He's doing a fantastic job out front. Last time through, he did a 251.4. Oh, we've got a faller. Oh, not sure who that was, but that was one of the front runners. Oh, we've got 2 or 3 riders down.
3 bikes down.
Oh, no. We've got 3 riders down. One of them's getting ready. It looks like they're all moving. One of the machines there, can't quite see the number.
I'm not sure the rider's just got his leg caught under the bike.
Well,
hopefully he's all right.
Yeah, well, they'll attend to him. They'll be getting to him as soon as possible. But that certainly has split the group up, and it is 𝐷𝐵 now out front with a very commanding lead in this one. But you can see how pear-shaped things can get, and it's 𝐜𝐤𝐫𝐿. Yes, he's sitting up now, that rider. It's let's just see if we can see what happens. Oh, boom! The first S&D bike, I think it was an S&D bike, still couldn't quite see the numbers to tell you who that was, but it is 𝐜𝐤𝐫𝐿 who finds himself now from nowhere yesterday into 2nd position. How quickly things can change. SND not going to have the same day that they had yesterday today.
No, yesterday was fantastic for them, 1st, 2nd and 4th. Today, looks like they're not going to have a single finish.
Well, it looks like yellow was an unlucky colour today because they've all gone, the SCK bikes, the SND bikes. But back up front, it's 𝚑𝚙𝚙 who's joined the party with the number 13, 𝐒𝐤𝐫𝐿, from one of the Yamaha Racing machines there. Mahendra is in the back of that group too. McKinley Cole Paz is there in the background looking to pick up the pieces as well.
Yep, and good to see 𝚑𝚙𝚙, although not surprising.
Look how nervous Mahendra's machine is there. Did you see that?
Yeah.
The number 570 certainly moving around a lot. The thing with riding in the wet, Barry, is that if you can get your knee on the ground, which these riders are doing, as soon as you get your knee on the ground, it gives you a lot of confidence. So that's why these riders are striving to get that knee down on the ground. It's like a triangle effect. It makes you feel better.
Yeah, yeah, almost like three wheels on your wagon.
Absolutely.
I saw Adib's bike moving around a bit earlier as well, but that he hasn't backed off at all. No,
well, Adib, a 250.9 last time round. But keep an eye on 𝐜𝐤𝐵𝐺 because he's the fastest man on track. He did a 249.3. So with a couple of laps left to go, there is an opportunity for 𝐜𝐤𝐵𝐺 to do something special here. If not win the race, get himself onto the podium.
Yep, and you'd never bet against him doing that anyway.
No, well, he threatened to do it yesterday. It wasn't to be, but it was certainly up there, and you can be assured that he can give it everything he's got. 4 different teams in the top 4 at the moment as we head into almost the final lap. We're at the chicane with 1 lap to go after this one.
Yeah, and I can see 𝐒𝐢𝐫𝐺𝐻. I was just looking for him. He's down in 15th position. So that was after his 3rd place finish yesterday, and of course 2016 Underbone champion. That's not a terrific result for him.
Just saw something fly off or get hit by 𝐷𝐷 there. Perhaps his knee slider on the right-hand side went barreling through the dirt on the right-hand side of the circuit there. Not sure what that was, but it hasn't seemed to have affected him. Mahendra's proven to be good in these wet conditions.
Yeah, he's been there right from the start, close to the front, and it looks like they might be closing up a little bit on Adib.
Absolutely. It's at where he needs to be. Good for the championship, this for 𝐜𝐤𝐵𝐺 too. He said that he needed to get a good result. He's put himself in that position with 𝐴𝐴𝐻𝐵𝐻 probably not picking up any points this time out. This is going to be good for him. He will be aiming for that 25 points. And 𝐷𝐷 been eaten up down that back straight. And it's 𝐜𝐤𝐵𝐺 now, but 𝐜𝐤𝐵𝐺 breaks too early, but up the inside it's Mahendra, who's braver than everybody. Do they think this is the last lap?
I was going to say, last lap rehearsal.
Yeah, well, Mahendra's definitely very strong and good on the drive out of that corner. This is the place of the racetrack where you're going to win or lose.
Yeah, well, that was a good rehearsal for the last lap. Let's see what Mahendra can do.
Well, he knows that he's strong on the brakes there, but perhaps everybody was toying with him. The RCB team there with everything crossed.
Adib having a poke back.
Look how nervous Mahendra's bike is there.
Again.
He certainly must have it set up very nimble, and you can see that by the way he takes those tighter lines. Seems to turn a little bit tighter with less lean angle, and the last thing you want in the wet is lean angle. So the team have probably worked hard to get that bike set up for these conditions. But it's 𝐜𝐤𝐵𝐺 now in 4th position. 𝐜𝐤𝐵𝐺 is in the back there. But 𝐷𝐷, he's led more than he hasn't. 𝐷𝐷, the one to watch. But he knows he's probably not in the best position at the moment. If he's in this position leading onto the back straight, he is in big, big trouble. He'll be trying everything that he can to get a break. And he does. He gets 2, 3 bike lengths at the moment. He's got to keep that pace up.
Yeah, this is an inspired ride by 𝐷𝐷. He's well overdue a good result.
Well, he's so close now, but as we know, it's not always guaranteed. There's still half a lap to go. Mahendra, once again, strong on the brakes, pulls him in.
Yeah, those 2 lads at the front, you can see the inspiration
𝐜𝐤𝐵𝐺 takes to the dirt.
No, he kept it pinned. He's coming back.
Well, he's got a bit of work to do to get up to the front free. Mahendra, we know how hard he is on the brakes, but he can't do it there. 𝐜𝐤𝐵𝐺 rejoins the back of that group. He is good too on the brakes.
Yeah, little gap back there to 𝐜𝐤𝐵𝐺, and 𝐜𝐤𝐵𝐺 having a little snap at him from behind.
So, with about 2 or 3 corners or 4 corners left to go of this race, 𝐷𝐷 saying to himself right now, well, here we go. Things are about to get serious, and they certainly are, because we've got 4 people on track going for the podium. That doesn't go. One of these guys is going to miss out. 𝐷𝐷 with a wide line to get a good drive onto that back straight. Takes the perfect line. Mahendra thinks, I'm in the best position, but 𝐜𝐤𝐵𝐺 is all on the gas nice and early. It looks like he's in the best spot to get the slipstream.
And let's remember, we got the clever 𝐜𝐤𝐵𝐺 in that group too.
𝐜𝐤𝐵𝐺, you're right. He can't do it though. He hasn't come through yet, but it is 𝐜𝐤𝐵𝐺 who leads into turn 15. But he hasn't got any room It's going to come down to for Adib Rosley's missed out on that one. He's going to have to be deep on the brakes. Everybody will be waiting. Who will brake first? We head into the chicane. It is Fazli Sham. Mahendra takes the inside line. What a great ride by him. He gets through. He's on the gas. He's already waving that he's got the victory. But get tucked down. What a great ride by the number 570. Mahendra wins this one. And what a fantastic result for the Yamaha Racing Indonesia team. Takes victory from Adib Rosley.
What a brilliant ride by Mahendra. He was a rider that looked like he believed he could win right from the off. Adib Rosley did too, and he did well to come back to second.
Oh, absolutely. That was a brilliant result for the Yamaha Racing Indonesia team. And look how happy they are. Celebrating in the rain. They won't be worried that they haven't got umbrellas up, will they?
Absolutely not. And, of course, Ahmad Fazli Sham.